guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and my name is Bui. If you're new here, oh my god. Anyways, don't forget to leave a comment down below of what you thought of this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you thoroughly enjoyed it. Without talking too much, I'm gonna get straight into the video. And as you can tell from the title of this video, this is definitely a vent. I'm here to vent. And I know some people may be like, well, what's the point of this video? You know, some people just love to bring others down. Some people love to talk trash about others. Some people like to make foul comments about people's appearance, and that's just how they are. And they just don't care. But I'm still gonna record this video either way because I have been silent about this for way too long, and I feel like why not address this in the new year? You know, while people are busy writing down their resolutions, they should not forget to write down, stop making funny or weird comments or hateful comments about other people. People need to add that to their New Year's resolutions, because I don't even get why some people like do that. Like, I wonder if people were not raised in a way that they know that if you have nothing good to say, don't say it at all. It's really not that hard. Like, it's not that hard. But anyways, let me get right into the video. I'm gonna start off with talking about things from like a young age before I get to the things of when you're like a teenager or approaching adulthood, or once you're already in adulthood, right? Like, I'm literally nipping this from the bud because I've had it up to here. I've had it. I'm so fed up to the point whereby when people say negative comments, especially about somebody's appearance, it bounces off me because I used to absorb that energy so much, and it used to bother me so much, and I used to sit down and be bothered when I'm alone. But now, don't try me. Like, don't try me. Okay. So, you'll always have maybe family get-togethers. Usually, most of the time, those happen around Christmas, or if it's a wedding, or if it's somebody's birthday. Usually you'll have like family gatherings and stuff like that. And sometimes relatives, we live far away from each other, we barely see each other, and it's like, do you expect somebody to look the same way they looked like 4 or 5 years ago? Like, I don't get it. Like, do people actually think that way, or what? King? Like, I don't get it. You'll have these adults or young adults who will say mean things to children, like, you've gained so much weight, or you're so, no, not even you've gained so much.
You're so fat. Why are you so fat? What are you eating?
How do you expect a child to answer that question, especially if you're an adult? Like, make it make sense to me. How do you honestly expect the child to answer that? Do you expect them to chuckle? Is it funny? Like, is it actually even funny? You'll say to a child, oh my god, you're so tall. Like, why are you getting so tall? Like, is it a disorder? Are you saying that child is ill-figured, or like what seed do you think you're planting in that child's head? Or you'll be like, you're so short, you're not growing, you're like a midget. Sometimes I sit and wonder, like, are some people raised by packs of wolves? I'm sure even wolves like raise their whatever in a better way, because some people just say the meanest things. And it's like, when you're on the receiving end of that as a child, You don't even know what to say. You don't know what to say. You just take that negative comment and you keep it going. But you know what's annoying? You know what actually gets to me the most? The people who will say these things to children will go back and forget they ever said anything to these children. But these children will go back home carrying all that negative energy from those negative, disgusting words that you would have uttered to that child. And that child, maybe at that moment, that child may feel hurt or confused or look in the mirror and wonder if, like, that person is telling the truth. Um, and some children have a thick skin. Some children may not overanalyze what somebody may have said, but their subconscious mind is definitely going to register it, is definitely going to keep it in there forever as they grow up until they reach a point or get to a point whereby they're going for therapy, trying to dig up those nasties or the nasty words that they were told as a young child. And then they realize that this is the root cause of why I'm having these problems right now. This is why my character is like this. It's because somebody said something to me 8 years ago. And that's what pisses me off the most. People will say the worst, meanest things and chuckle, and then they'll have the audacity to be like, I was just joking. Or when if maybe the child starts crying, they'll say, but I was just joking. How do you joke about such horrible things? You don't say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Also, do people not know how to converse? Were people not taught how to converse growing up? Hi, how are you? How have you been? How has life been treating you? Oh, I remember you said you started this project. How is this project going? You know? How have you been feeling over the years? Like, this happened to you 3 years back. Have you been coping? Are you well? It's so easy to converse, guys. It's really not that hard. You learn this in primary school. You learn this in preschool. Basic life skills 101. How to converse. That's probably the first thing you learn when you're young as a child. It's not that hard, but no. People want to get straight to, oh my God, you look like you ate a cow. Like,
Hey.
why are you so fat? I swear to God, if I had a dollar for every single time somebody called me fat in my childhood and adulthood, I'd be a billionaire. Not even a millionaire, a billionaire. And growing up, I felt like it was mean. And it was mean. Like, how do you say to a child those things? Those things stick with that child. And of course, fine, I was always the chubby kid. And when I was young, it didn't bother me that much. Like, when I say when I was young, I mean like when I was in primary school. It didn't bother me. Although it did make me cry because I didn't know how to handle that criticism. I didn't know how to deal with that energy, that negative energy, or those bad words. So I would just cry. I'd literally cry. And because I'd feel like I'm defenseless, I don't know what to say to this person. I can't respond to this person because this person is older than me. So I can't even say anything to defend myself. Also, like, some words were just so hateful. Like, you can't even respond to it. It's just something that's just there to said to drag you down or to put you down or to, you know. So I feel like as I got older, I started to realize that, you know what, some people just have, um, they don't have a conscience. They don't have a conscience. They may not be bad or evil people, but it's like they have verbal diarrhea and they never know how to filter out the things they say. They literally have verbal diarrhea, and that's just how some people are, especially here in Botswana. Like, I feel like people always just have verbal diarrhea. Like, bruh, like, filter out certain things. You don't have to mention certain things about a person's appearance. They wake up every day, they look in the mirror, they know how they look. And for you to then come there with your garbage words and say, no, I just feel like, maybe I want you to work on it. It's my body at the end of the day. And when I'm ready to do something about it, I will. But also, another thing that annoys me is people will like be passive aggressive. You'll say something so rude to somebody, and then you'll say, no, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean for you to get hurt. What did you mean? What were your intentions when you uttered those words? Like, what were your intentions? It never makes sense to me at all. And then another thing is that, like, okay, fine. I feel like as I got older, to just avoid situations like that, I developed a lot of anxiety. Like, of course, I would not talk about it that much. I wouldn't actually talk about it, but I developed a lot of anxiety, like crippling social anxiety, whereby I don't want to be around people. I don't want to talk to people sometimes because I just feel like that trauma that I have from growing up and people always making comments about my appearance, that I'm gonna see this person and the first thing they're gonna say is, oh wow, you're getting fatter and fatter by the day. And it's just like, you know, like, hmm? You'll be there making your progress. You'll be making your progress, you'll be monitoring how you're eating, you'll be working out, not even for those people, but for yourself. And then somebody will have the audacity to open their mouth and say to you, you look fat. And they won't even be close to perfect themselves. And you sit there and wonder, like, what is the purpose of this conversation? Can't you ask me how I'm doing, how I've been? How I've been coping the last time I wasn't fine when you saw me? How have I been doing? Like, is it really that hard? Anyways, I feel like I'm getting a bit carried away with this rant, but it's just that it's something that really triggers me, you know? Like, it triggers me so hard because people don't understand how the things you are said to as a child, they grow up with you. Uh, Even if you may not be aware of that as a person, your subconscious mind does not erase those things. It stays there until you get to a point whereby you realize that, oh, I behaved this way because someone once said this to me in 2003 and I never forgot it, you know? And people don't realize the impact of these words. They don't even realize it. Or maybe they do, and they're just sent by the devil to just bring it down. Because make it make sense. It don't be making no sense to me, guys. It don't even be making no sense to me. But anyways, um, so yeah, about physical appearance, you start to grow up with a lot of self-doubt, you know. Okay, certain character traits I can say a person can develop from being told negative comments about their appearances from a young age. It's having self-doubt, not believing in yourself, feeling like people also don't believe in you, not believing in your craft, not believing in your your work. Whatever you do, you just feel like it's never good enough. And self-doubt leads to, yeah, insecurities. You always feel insecure, you always feel like you're not good enough, or your work is not good enough, or whatever you do is never good enough. And that can lead to like a lot of disorders, like mental disorders that we don't really pay much attention to because we just always feel like people are okay until they crack or kill themselves or kill somebody else. Like, I just feel like certain things can be avoided. Let's just take action to avoid certain things happening. And then the same people who will be saying these mean things to you will be like, she never looked like anything was ever wrong with her, or this man seemed like he was so strong. But you know, you tear down people from a young age, and then they grow up with all of these nasties in their subconscious minds that lead to some of their character traits being off, and then you act like, oh God.
Ooh, Jesus. Ooh. Ooh.
It's just I can't. I need some water. And you know, I feel like you can get to a point in your life whereby you sit down with somebody, a therapist, you have a conversation, they ask you about your childhood, you tell them about your childhood, and then you realize that, oh my God, the reason I was settling is because I feel like I don't deserve anything better. I look a certain way, so I don't deserve better. And you settle. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm not saying that's what happened to me, but I'm just giving you like a very realistic example. Like, mental health is not taken as seriously as it should be. But I feel like with time, also with the generation that's currently growing, like we will make mental health awareness a more like open conversation and a serious thing, because guys, people are going through a lot. People are settling, people are tolerating abuse, um, because of the small things. You say something nasty to somebody, that is emotional abuse. You allow it to be said to you when you're young, and you feel like you're defenseless, there's nothing you can say, and you just feel like that this is life and this is how it's supposed to be, when it's not. You grow up, you get into a relationship with somebody, they verbally abuse you all the time, and what do? You stick around because you feel like what? You feel like that's just how it's supposed to be. It's the same thing as growing up around parents who are always hitting each other or fighting physically. Your subconscious mind tells you that that's okay, even though you know that it's not. And you stay in an abusive relationship because of what your subconscious mind is telling you. And even when people tell you to leave this person, you can't even leave because it's embedded in you. It's trauma. You guys are traumatizing people. People are growing up with trauma, and it could be avoided. What pisses me off the most is that it could be avoided. I'm feeling hot. And then you have those relatives who will ask you, when are you getting married? You yourself, you're not married, and you're asking me, when am I getting married? Like, are you kidding me? Are you joking? Like, is this a joke? You know? Like, I don't get it. Why do people feel like they have the right to your life, to inside information about your life? And I feel like it's so rude. Like, it's so rude. It's so unnecessary. And it's absolutely none of your business, you know? And then also you'll have people who have the audacity to ask newlyweds when they're having a baby. When are you having your first baby? You're married now, so when are you having a baby? How do you know if maybe like they're not able to conceive? And you go there and you open your mouth. You open your mouth. When are you having a baby? Huh? Learn to draw the freaking line. Have boundaries. Like, have boundaries, guys. Honestly, like, enough is enough. Have boundaries. You open your mouth. When are you having a baby? You don't know, maybe those people are struggling with infertility. And then you just go and open your mouth. Guys, please have boundaries. Have boundaries. Hmm? How is it any of your business when they're having a baby? It's really none of your business. Like, at the end of the day, they got married together, the two of them. It's their marriage. When they have a child, or maybe they're not ready to have a child, who are you to tell them that they must have a child? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. You know? Guys, this thing must fall. Like, this thing must fall. I just felt like I need to talk about it. And I'm glad I did. And I hope if you're watching this and you have ever said anything negative to me, you will think twice before you say something negative to me. Because I will retaliate. I've gotten to the point whereby, guys, I don't care how older you are than me. If you do say something nasty to me, I am going to retaliate. Because that little girl within me is so fed up with taking in all that negative energy as if I'm a freaking trash box for your negative words, you know? So, guys, let's stop it. Let's stop it, please. Let's stop this. Share this to your relatives. Share this with your family, friends, and let's hope maybe just maybe they'll think twice before saying some negative stuff to people, guys. And then you'll have the audacity to be there like new year, new me, new year, new me, while you're saying bad things to other people. Ha, guys. No. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope we will stop with this nonsense. We will stop it this year and going forward, please. Anyways, don't forget to leave your comment down below of what you thought of this video and any ideas on what you'd like to see me shoot next. Until next time, I love you guys. Bye.